Hello dear ones, I'm back with another video, and today we are starting a journey from one of Mumbai's most popular waterfront locations, Bandra Reclamation. I'm at Bandra Reclamation now. So friends, this is Bandra Reclamation. This is a very popular place in Bandra for people to hang out, especially in the evening. Bandra Reclamation. And if you are looking for a place in Mumbai where you can slow down for a while and enjoy the sea, Bandra Reclamation definitely worth visiting. Built on a reclaimed land along the Arabian Sea, this waterfront area has become one of the city's favorite spots to relax, take a walk and enjoy some incredible views. So this is Bandra Reclamation. The first thing you'll notice here is this wide promenade stretching along the coastline. Whether it's early morning or just before sunset, you'll find people jogging, cycling, walking with their families, or simply sitting by the sea and enjoying the cool breeze. Even though you are still in the heart of Mumbai, the atmosphere feels surprisingly peaceful here. And one of the things I really like about this place, Bandra Reclamation, is its beautiful greenery. The landscape gardens, well-maintained lawns, and rows of palm trees create a calm and refreshing atmosphere right beside the sea. Beautiful. And for fitness enthusiasts, the garden features a dedicated open-air gym equipped with a variety of exercise stations. And I don't see many people here right now, as it usually gets crowded in the evening. These landscape areas make this one of the most pleasant places to relax. I came out of Bandra Reclamation area and now heading to explore some other beautiful places. The rain has started now after a short break. And this reclamation garden is open to the public from 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then again 4 p.m. to 9 or 9:30 p.m. And this Bandra Reclamation is very close to Bandra Bandstand area. I thought I would make a quick stop at Bandstand before we head to other locations, because I love Bandstand so much, very much. It's high tide now. These massive tetrapods are designed to keep the sea from reaching the promenade. But during high tide, the powerful waves often surge over the tetrapods and the sea wall, spilling onto the promenade. The rocky coastline that you can usually see on a normal day is now completely submerged underwater. Visitors gather at a safe distance to watch nature put on an unforgettable display. Every wave is different. Some gently roll over the rocks, while others explode into towering splashes that can reach several meters into the air. This Bandra Bandstand promenade is especially popular among teenagers and young adults. One of the main reasons is its wide stretch of rocky coastline, which provides a comfortable place to sit and relax during normal tides. These steps are also very convenient for people to sit, enjoy the waves and watch the sunset in the evening, attracting large number of locals and tourists alike. You can also spot several statues and art installations along the promenade, making the walk even more interesting. Wow, look at those waves. Every few seconds another giant wave crashes against rocks, putting on an incredible show. The overcast sky, the roaring waves and the powerful wind create an almost apocalyptic atmosphere. Yes, yet there is something mesmerizing about it that keeps people watching for hours. Everyone eagerly waits for even larger waves to crash over the tetrapods and the seawall, sending water surging onto the promenade. For a while, I decided to take cover behind these huge almond trees to escape the strong wind and the sea water splashing onto my face and mobile phone. I keep wiping the camera lens every time it gets wet so the footage doesn't turn blurry. These almond trees are common sight along the city's seaside promenades, especially Marine Drive and here. And no matter how many times you visit Bandra Bandstand, you always want to come back. It never loses its charm. You'll experience something new every time you visit it. And about the weather here, after the torrential rain we had in the first week of this month, it has now been kind of on and off. Mumbai's weather will fool you. Yes, you can't really trust Mumbai weather, okay? Now I would like to take you to another enchanting location at the end of Bandra Bandstand. Located at the end of Bandra Bandstand. Bandra Fort, yes, Bandra Fort. It's not the first time visiting. And its recent beautification has made it even more popular attraction, drawing visitors from across the city as well as tourists from other states and around the world. So let's go explore this amazing historic Bandra Fort now. So now we are entering the very iconic Bandra Fort, also called Castelo da Guarda in Portuguese. Though we have been here before, this is not first visit. Just like Bandstand, this place never loses its charm. And since it's the monsoon season, let's see how the Arabian Sea looks from here. Okay. So I'm entering Bandra Fort, is the gate. And this is the Bandra Fort garden here. Bandra Fort garden. And as you enter the fort garden, you are welcomed by a graceful row of palm trees called foxtail palms that instantly adds a tropical charm to the surroundings. Their tall, slender trunks and lush, feathery fronds resemble the bushy tail of a fox, which is how these elegant palms got their name. And along the seafront, I can see new tetrapods being laid. Earlier, this area was completely open, allowing anyone to access the rocky shoreline at any time, which was not always safe, especially during the monsoon. During high tide, powerful waves often reach the area near the garden, making it hazardous for visitors. That's why the authorities are now installing these tetrapods. Now let's enter this historic fort now. It may not be in the best condition, but it's still one of the most popular places in the city. Not just because of its historical significance, but also because the beautifully landscaped garden developed as part of fort's revamping has made it a favorite hangout spot for locals and tourists alike. And behind this dilapidated facade lies the strategic importance this fort once held during Portuguese rule. Bandra Worli ceiling is just a short distance from here. You can clearly see that from here. From this spot, you can also clearly see the ongoing construction of the Versova Bandra ceiling. This is Versova Bandra ceiling. And along the shoreline beside the fort, massive tetrapods are being installed to strengthen the coast and reduce the impact of powerful waves. Now let's head up to the higher level and take a look around from there. Let's see. There are quite a few steps to climb, but the view is well worth the effort. Many people are enjoying the scenery from up here. Some are sitting on the old stone walls, while others are taking selfies and posing in different styles to capture the perfect shot. Once again, the imposing Bandra Worli ceiling is one of the main highlights of the view, along with the ongoing construction of the Versova Bandra ceiling. Interestingly, the sea on this side looks much calmer than what we witnessed at Bandra Bandstand promenade just a while ago. This part of the coastline is more sheltered, I think, so the waves lose much of their force before reaching the shore. Now let's explore the beautifully redeveloped garden, the open air amphitheater, and the scenic pathways and stone steps that lead to the fort. The landscaping has transformed this historic site into a welcoming green space without taking away its old-world charm. This garden is dotted with hundreds of coconut palms, ornamental trees, flowering plants, and a variety of tropical species that thrive in Mumbai's coastal climate. Their lush greenery adds color and shade throughout the area, creating a refreshing contrast to the weathered stone walls of the fort. Whether you are here for a leisurely stroll, to relax in the sea breeze, or simply to admire the surroundings, these beautifully maintained gardens make the visit even more enjoyable. The lush greenery here helps blend history with nature, creating a beautiful environment where visitors can appreciate both the fort's heritage and its scenic surroundings. And just look at how beautifully this historic site has been transformed. Since the garden was developed, it has become one of the most peaceful and inviting spots along Mumbai's coastline. These historic ramparts and the pathway just below them have become a favorite gathering place for young people. And throughout the day, you will see visitors filming videos, taking selfies, capturing photographs, and creating social media content against the fort's scenic backdrop. And I think this side of the fort has undergone significant restoration. The ramparts and battlements look new now. And there are some tourists from other countries. And it looks like some restoration work is still going on here. This is the highest point of the fort. The stone paved pathways, comfortable seating areas, and coconut trees rising almost to the same level make the spot feel truly special. And here I can see beautiful frangipani trees, wooden benches, and even a children's play area. The cool sea breeze and the cheerful chirping of birds make this a perfect place to relax with family and friends. It's very fascinating to see how a centuries-old fort has been transformed into such a welcoming public garden. But sometimes I wonder how many people sitting here know about the fort's rich history and the important role it once played. Most of the visitors seem to come here simply to unwind after a busy day rather than to explore its past, of course. Then again, whether they know its history or not, what really matters is that they are enjoying this place and appreciating it. So friends, that's the end of today's journey. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week, same time, same day. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.